Hey, I'm Kayla Glaze, and I'm a singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, music producer, and member of Adam's private mentorship, the Billboard 500 Club. You're here on the Music Industry Contact YouTube channel, where we do in-depth breakdowns of hit songs. In today's video, I'm going to be analyzing Nakka with IU by AKMU. I'm not entirely sure if I said that correct, but bear with me, I'm doing my best. If you didn't already know, we cannot monetize these videos here, so our Patreon Golden Ear community means the world to us. Over on our Patreon, we have more exclusive content only found there, including early access to videos and polls, so you can help us select the next song to break down. If you have been supporting our channel over on our Patreon, we just want to say thank you so much. If you haven't yet, click the link in the description to pledge and join us there. Without further ado, let's get into Nakka with IU by AKMU. So before I get into this, I just want to say that I've never heard this song or watched this music video, so this will be a true first reaction to hearing the song and watching the video. Let's get into it. It's already so catchy. Ooh, bass. So sick. 손을 잡으면 하늘을 나는 정도 그 이상도 느낄 수 있을 거야. 눈 딱 감고 나가. 내 눈 딱 감고 나가. 눈 딱 감고 나가. 눈 딱 감고 나가. This production is fire. Back to the intro. Dang, I just have to say immediately, this is a song I would listen to repetitively. Even though it's not even in English as far as the lyrics and the melodies go, which I am actually really excited because I do have the option to watch English subtitles for this video. Some of the other videos, that was not an option, so I wasn't able to actually understand the lyrics. With this video, I'm able to see the English subtitles, so I'm really excited about that because I can give a little bit of a lyrical breakdown and have more of an understanding of what the song is actually about as I'm viewing it. But first of all, I just want to say, even if I were not able to understand the lyrics of this song or know what it's about at all, solely based on the vocal melodies and the production in this song, I would listen to this song multiple times. This song is super catchy from the very beginning. They have this really repetitive vocal melody hook come in at the very beginning of this song. So they start this song off with a really singable moment. That's the first thing I'm noticing about this song. They have a vocal singable moment going on in this intro, as well as just a kick and this little bass synth happening underneath it that grabs your attention immediately as a listener. That's why when I started the song and the intro came in, I immediately was like, this is super catchy. So the singable moment that I'm talking about is the that's a moment that you as a listener can listen to and sing back easily. And then coming out of this catchy, hooky intro into the verse, they change the production slightly. They still have this kick happening, and then they have these sounds happening almost like a marimba or something, or like a xylophone type sound happening. It's really cool. repeating a phrase there melodically. Some repetition happening. This section is so sick. Now, I want to just focus on the change in production to this pre-chorus. They have this little transition happening right before that, which is pretty cool. It like sets it up to come in a really cool way. Bass synth. So they have a bass synth come in and a shaker. They're keeping the marimba and the kick in. So they're adding a bass synth on top of it as well as a shaker to kind of like amplify this section a little bit compared to the verse and to make it sound a little bit edgy. Okay, so I want to talk about the melody happening in this pre-chorus really quick. It's actually kind of a climb and then goes into a fall. So typically what I've noticed in the pre-choruses for a lot of these hit songs is the artist will either do a climb vocally or a fall vocally. In this pre-chorus, they're actually doing both. So they're climbing up vocally and then they're falling back down vocally. So they're going da da ba da ba da ba ba da da ba da ba da ba. So they're climbing up and then they're falling back down, which I think is really cool and really catchy to the ear. And then they repeat that whole phrase. So they definitely have some repetition happening to get these melodic phrases familiar and solidified in your mind as a listener. Okay, and then this transition, again, the transitions are so cool production-wise. They have this almost like, it's not like a snap, but it's almost kind of like a that type of a sound that then pulls in this huge production with this synth that has these really dope breaks in it. So let's listen to that one more time. Riser. That synth. Okay, so they have some really cool 80s vibes happening in this chorus, which is so dope. They have this really cool, almost like future bass side chained type of synth happening where it's coming in and out of the beat, which is really cool. And then they have these really 80s sounding synths and 80s sounding toms with the drums happening towards the end of the chorus. It's really cool. Okay, and then I want to talk about the vocal melodies in this chorus for this song. They're actually doing a continuous climb into these oohs, which is another singable moment. It's another moment that's easy for you as a listener to remember and to sing along with. Just keeps going up into the oohs. Okay, post-chorus, same thing as the intro hook. This is super 80s sounding. Singable moment, really catchy. That's going to go into a second verse. Okay, real quick, I just want to comment on this video because there is so much happening. Like if you're not paying attention, you could miss a ton of details happening in this video. And I almost feel like I have to rewatch this multiple times just to catch what is happening in the settings in this video. It's pretty wild. In this first verse, she's actually sitting on what looks like a tile floor with a big hole in the ground, like a square hole through the floor next to her, which is really interesting because you don't really understand what that means until you get to the chorus. He's kind of like in a party room with all these people standing by himself. Like you can tell he's not really feeling what's going on. Like something inside of him is missing. That's like he has this void. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from watching the video. Whoa. And then he falls through the floor. So it's almost like she's what he's been missing that he's longing for. And then he falls through the floor, which is really interesting. He falls into a different room. There's like these green bushes with chairs and ladders. Really interesting. And she is still in this room and she's kind of talking about, you know, like this could hurt, like us being together, this could hurt. Or it could be really amazing. Like we could feel like we're flying. Okay, now she's in a room where she's like upside down, walking around on the ceiling. There's a bed, on the ground that she's touching upside down. It's like a bedroom set. It's really interesting. Now she's in the room with the green bushes and the chairs and ladders. There's sheep in there. I have no idea what that means. And she's got a house, almost like a little dollhouse in front of her. He's no longer in this room. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so when the chorus comes in, she drops this house and then you see him falling through all of these ceilings in this house. It's almost like he's in the house and she's the one holding the house. And as she drops it, he's falling through all these ceilings into all these different rooms, which is just visually like so cool to watch. Okay, and then in the chorus, she's actually saying like, just close your eyes and fall, like, trust me, fall with me. What she's doing vocally as far as the melodies go in the chorus actually suits the meaning of this chorus so well. Like it gives off this feeling that you're like flying or that you're falling, which I think is really cool that she was able to evoke the lyrical meaning through the melodies that are happening in the chorus. Okay, so now this post-chorus is really big feeling. It's almost like a dance section, which is really cool. It has that 80s feel to it and goes back into that super catchy hook like I was talking about from the beginning of the song, this really singable moment. Same production as the first verse. Pretty simple melodies. Back to the second pre-chorus. Same production. Same vocal melodies. Wild. Okay, I'm going to stop it there really quick. So the second chorus in this video is pretty wild. It's almost like he is falling through like the universe and stuff, which is really wild. But I think it's really cool. Like what's happening visually, the graphics and the animation in this video is done so well that it's so visually interesting. It makes you want to watch it more than once, which I think is really cool. Now let's see what this bridge is going to be like. Okay, yeah, so this bridge is definitely different from the rest of the song, which typically with the bridge, what I've noticed in a lot of hit songs is the bridge is very distinguished from the rest of the song. It doesn't sound like the intro, doesn't sound like the verses, the pre-choruses, the choruses. It's a totally new section of the song that's being introduced that the listener has not heard yet in the song that almost creates this tension / climaxing moment to bring a big end to the song. So that's what's happening in this song. They're introducing this bridge, which is a totally new section happening in the song that you haven't heard yet as a listener. And they're bringing in these new vocal melodies and vocal effects and things happening that are super ear catching. So they keep a beat going. It doesn't totally drop out. Echo vocals, really cool. They're kind of going back and forth. That's cool. out. That's sick. Okay, so something I noticed about the last chorus in this song that they did to make it different from the previous two choruses, there wasn't a lot happening vocally that was different in this last chorus, but production-wise, they did something very different. They actually dropped out the majority of the drums in part of this chorus to make it sound different, which was a really cool moment. So you have the beat, drops out. That's cool. So they drop out the kick and everything in that one little moment, and just the bass synth is happening, and it really allows this moment where the vocal kind of like shines through and it sounds super cool. And then they bring the beat back in on the second half of that chorus. Oh, that's cool. And then also in this chorus, something different that's happening in the videos, instead of him falling through these holes, you know, in these rooms into all these different rooms in this house, he's actually flying upward through all these holes in these rooms in this house. So it goes from him falling to him flying, which I think is cool because they're doing something really different with this last chorus than they did in the first two choruses in the video, which is really cool. Typically, the last chorus is like the biggest chorus. Usually in all of these hit songs, they will either amplify the production or add in vocal ad-libs or do something slightly different and a little more creative to make it stand out from the other two choruses. So definitely with this song, what I noticed immediately was that little production moment where the beat kind of dropped out for a second. That really caught my ear and made this chorus feel different than the two previous choruses before it. And also in the video, what's happening visually is different in this chorus than in the two previous choruses. So I think that's really cool. Then they end it with this post-chorus, pretty similar to the second post-chorus, that catchy hook. And then in the video, they zoom out to this like skyscraper building, which is super interesting. Kind of end it with this synth. That's pretty cool. So a minimal outro, minimal intro, minimal outro, which is really cool. Okay, so before I give you my final thoughts on this song, I just wanted to thank you for checking out my breakdown of Nakka with IU by AKMU. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. So I don't really have a lot of final thoughts to give on this song. I expressed a lot of what I felt for this song as I was breaking it down. Overall, I think this song is super catchy, solely based on vocal melodies and production. I would listen to this song multiple times. I'm literally going to send this song to my husband because he loves this type of music, and I'm going to send him this track to listen to because it's really sick. Honestly, to me, everything about this song felt catchy. Everything about this song felt like something I would listen to multiple times. If you're an artist, singer, songwriter, musician, or music producer, and you're looking for a great music community where you can connect with and collaborate with other incredible artists, songwriters, musicians, and producers who are serious about the music industry, I'd love to invite you to apply to join me in the Billboard 500 Club. If you're looking to find a community of talented people to create hit songs with, as well as mentorship on how to navigate the music industry successfully, then I would highly recommend heading over to thebillboard500.com and applying for the private club. We have over 70 mentors who are some of the most successful people in the music industry, teaching up-and-comers just like yourself. But don't wait too long because there's limited capacity. Once again, my name is Kayla Glaze, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.
Come on.